Hello everybody, welcome to Cal Oaks. I'm your host this episode, RIP. And for this episode, I want to explain to you guys the two methods that I use to actually train my cannabis plant. So method number one, which is called super cropping, and method number two that I use is called topping. So technique number one that I use, or method, however you want to say it, that I use is super cropping. And the reason that I super crop is, if I have a plant that's growing extremely faster than all my other plants in my grow room, instead of just topping it off, because sometimes topping doesn't slow the growth down fast enough, I will super top it. So I will pick a point of where or height that I actually want my plant to be, and what I start doing, I'll start bending the stem down. Now when you're bending your stem down, you don't want to bend it too fast because you can snap your stem. So what I do is I like to do a rocking motion. So I'll rock the stem back and forth until it bends at a 90-degree angle at the point. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a knuckle, which is going to strengthen up the stem a little bit, but it's also going to slow the growth down. So the plant is going to be slowed down enough, just enough for the other plants to catch up and for that plant to actually bounce back up. And then I have an even canopy. Therefore, I don't have to worry about having one plant extremely taller than all my other plants. Now, technique number two that I use, which is number two, is topping. The reason that I top my cannabis is because of this, right? Cannabis likes to grow in a Christmas tree shape, so it grows straight up, right? So when I top it, I'm cutting off that center node, which allows those little small tiny branches that wouldn't get enough light otherwise to actually start flourishing. So what that's doing is that's creating two main kolas, which is two main nodes, right? So if I have one node, one branch going straight up, and I top it, then a few weeks from now I'm gonna have two branches split out. Now if I top those again, I'm gonna have four, and the more I top it, the bushier my plant is gonna become. So my plant starts to grow wider instead of growing taller. So I can use that to control the height as well, but I use it to actually get bigger buds on bigger kolas and to even it out so I can have a sea of green, right? And I don't want to have any dead spaces, but I don't want to have 21 plants in one little sector. So what I do is I will top it 2 to 3 times, so each plant will have 3 to 4 main kolas, and and I have them grow straight up that way. And I'm gonna be showing you guys a video of how I top. You're gonna see these two leaves right here that I'm not really worried about. What I'm aiming for is this node right here. You see this node right here that's about to shoot up more shoots? What I would do is I will go through and I will cut this node right here off. Sometimes I'll cut it halfway off, therefore this node will create another shoot, and these two will create a whole nother shoot as well. So that would create me 3 shoots. Or sometimes, if I really want to be technical, sometimes I go deep in there, and if I cut deep into there, I'll cut that little piece off. If you can see, which will create me 4 shoots in the same thing. But instead, what I end up doing is I went in here and I cut off the shoots in the middle. You see right here is where I originally cut it at. So when I cut it right here, this slowed the growth down so the side bushes can actually catch up. So when these caught up, this started growing. So these started creating 2 separate nodes. So if you see right here, I have another node right here, and I have these 2 nodes right here. Now if I wanted to top this again, I can cut this middle piece right into here, and this will actually create 2 more nodes just like this. So the same thing will happen here. Now if you find this video helpful or useful in any way, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and share it to everybody that you guys know, or everybody that's looking to actually plant train or to actually top their plants. And thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Cal Oaks.